Hello and welcome. We're going to work on this month's Christmas card, and we're just so happened to have two brand new stamp sets. These are from Stamptember this year. We've got this Whimsy Stamps. I mean, seriously, this is so cute. Now, I've looked online. I can't find dies for it, but card samples I've seen appear to me to be die cut, but since I can't find any, that's okay. And then I've got this Kathy Zilski Designs. I'm going to use this to do Merry Christmas inside. And we're going to do the snow lady. She's not a snowman, she's a snow lady. And we're going to watercolor. So let's get started. All right, so I've got my stamp positioner. I'm going to cut this panel down once I'm done. This is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I like to give myself lots of room and then trim down. And this is my favorite watercolor paper, B paper. B-E-E. Let's get this baby open. Calm Christmas is what this is called. If you find the dies, let me know. I've looked and looked today and I can't find them anywhere. But like I said, some of the card samples, I mean, these people are either super good at cutting or there's dies somewhere. So we're going to use her. I might do another one with Santa too on the Do Not Disturb because that's cute. I'm going to stamp with Memento ink, and I'm sure this will take a few stampings. I usually would use, shouldn't say usually, but I often use Jet Black Archival, but I had this sitting out from another card project, so we're just going to use it. Actually, that's not too bad, is it? We'll do another. How cute. And I think since I know I want to use Santa, I'm going to go ahead and stamp him out while I've got this out to save myself a little time later. Okay, so I've got my image, some watercolors. I also pulled over some Inktense pencils and I just have a couple of cheap brushes. I don't worry about the brushes a whole lot. I think I'm going to start with this Inktense Sherbet Lemon on our tree. Color some of this in. Not worry about the whole thing. Just getting a little bit in there. And some water to move it around. Oh, my ink's not dry. And let's go into our palm tree trunk, a little bit of tan. Blend it out. Take my Daniel Smith and Geothite. I love this color. And I'll go with a little more intense of that and add that to my coconuts. And then our flower. She's got a cute little flower. The aquamarine on the scarf. Now I'm going to speed this up because I'm not a fast painter and I know this gets boring, so I'm going to speed this up and try to remember to add some Christmas music to it. Dry, and I got them matted onto 2 cards. Santa is on a top fold. Snow Girl is on a bottom fold, or top fold, sorry. And I used Bear Glue because it's watercolor paper, and that's the only thing that really keeps it stuck. And I weighed them down for probably 10 minutes while they dried. So we need to do the sentiments, and I think we're going to do Warm Wishes on both of them. And then for the inside, we're going to use Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas from this Kathy Zilski set. All right, I've got a scrap of Simon Hurley smooth white cardstock here. I pulled out a couple of alcohol markers. These are the closest matches to the cardstocks. I'm gonna fill in the words here. And I'm not doing any fancy coloring, shading, all that stuff. I'm just filling them in. All right, those are colored. And we're just gonna put them on these little flags here. Just so one end of the flag sticks out. All right, I'm gonna put these on the cards with foam. I've got this foam that's like the frame left over. I'm gonna use that. All right, we'll add these. I'm gonna use some bear glue since this is going on to watercolor paper. I really wanna make sure they don't pop off. We're gonna have this one go off of the painted picture. All right, now we need to add a little bling. I happen to have there we go. I like that. I love these. These are the ones from Hobby Lobby. The Paper Studio. And they stick really nice. They're dimensional, but they're not, I've never had one like get torn up in the mail or anything. Now let's do our insides. So I have a scrap of each of these cardstocks because you know how I roll. No naked inside. So I've got the red, I've got the green. This is Brutus Monroe cardstock, and I think this one's avocado. It's a really nice shade of kind of an olivey green. I like it. So I'm just gonna add this inside and I'll trim off the excess. You know how I roll. No naked insides, homies. Okay, so there's that one. This is basil. I didn't worry about size or anything. They're just scraps. I make Christmas cards for my aunt and uncle's realtor business. And I always like to give them like 3 or 4 options and then they choose one. So this will be 2 of their options. If they ever requested a traditional Christmas card, I would do that. But if they're gonna let me do tropical, I'm doing it. All right, so for our sentiment, have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. There we go. Then last but not least, I'm gonna add a little glitter to the front. I use a little twinkle. Add it to Santa's hat. Stir it around a little bit with my toothpick. Trying not to get it on the watercolor and reactivate that because then we'll end up with red fuzz in the hat. This isn't a horror movie. He doesn't need red fuzz. And then a little on our little snow lady. She is so cute. Alrighty, here's my 2 finished cards. We use this Clearly Whimsy Stamps Calm Christmas and this Kathy Zolski sentiment. This has everything. It's got Happy New Year, Happy Valentine's Day, spring, all of it. So we use these 2 stamp sets, did a little watercolor on our stamped images, cut them down, matted them, and then we've used Warm Wishes from the Whimsy stamp set. And then from Kathy, have yourself a Merry Little Christmas inside. I think these turned out really cute. Look at Santa, he's just chilling. I probably should have gave him a sunburn. Y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.